Hello, hello, and welcome to the On My Mind podcast, a podcast where we talk about what's on our mind and how it impacts our day, whether it's good or bad. And so I encourage you in many different ways to keep good things on your mind. We talk about every sort of thing here, but today we want to talk about how to take care of yourself when you feel overwhelmed. What do you do when you feel overwhelmed? Feeling overwhelmed is natural, especially for people who have a lot on their plate or have a lot to deal with. And maybe it's not a lot of things, but it's a lot of time that you have to spend on those things. And you just get frustrated and you feel overwhelmed. And that's perfectly normal. That is definitely something that will be manageable. So great news already for you that I'm going to give you 5 steps on how you can get through it the next time you feel super overwhelmed. Or if you feel overwhelmed right now, let's talk about it, right? Again, I hope this is just an aid to you. I do not claim to be a professional by any means, but I am a person who has experienced life just like you have and has gained some knowledge. So I like to share things that I have found myself, or talk about things in a way that maybe we can work together on making it easier. First of all, it's okay. Take a deep breath and take a step back. That's number one. Take a deep breath, take a step back. Allow yourself to process it. Being anxious, being overwhelmed, that can quickly have an impact on your mood to where you're going to feel like you want to give up, or like you're overly frustrated, or like you're short-tempered. That's okay, but let's take a deep breath and step away from it and take a step back. Look at it again from a more calm and collected perspective, because when you feel overwhelmed, you're gonna jump to conclusions. You're gonna find things that are like annoying about it, or find things that you don't like about it, because that's the headspace that you're in. But take a step back. Go and detox really quick. You can, do a prayer song, go read the Bible a second, go just listen to music and calm down, go sit in silence and quiet. Whatever it takes for you to take a deep breath and take a step back. You just got to do that for you and for your health. Yeah, it's going to benefit you. It's going to alleviate some of that stress that you already feel because of the overwhelm. Number 2, create a no thank you list. A list of things that you're like, no, I can't do that. No, I can't do that. No, I'm gonna need time here, so I can't do that. Say no to things coming up in your schedule. If you could find a way to move it back, if you could find a way to say no and focus on the things that are most important to you when you're feeling overwhelmed, that's a good thing. It doesn't mean put it off forever. It means take the time that you need to refocus and say no to a couple things. It's like, hey, I gotta go do this, I gotta do this, I gotta do this, I gotta do this. Okay, well, let's think about it day at a time and focus on what can we get done right now as part of this. Create a no list. And for me, I love to create a yes list, because then you have both things already thought out and you're like, yes, I really need to get these done. And a no list for no, I really don't want to do these. And then if something new comes up, you have to decide which list to put it on. So if it's the no list, that doesn't mean it's permanently no. It just means that we need to take some time, reduce the feeling of overwhelm in our life, and then move forward after that. The last thing that you want to do is totally say no forever to something when feeling overwhelmed, because it might be something you want to do down the road. So just say no for now. Unless you know absolutely it's a no, then say no forever. That's fine. But I'm just saying, don't make finalized decisions when you're in this state of overwhelm, because you might go over the top. You might realize that you want to do something like that down the road. Again, no permanent no's, just a possible no for now. Let's look at it again in a week, in a month, however long it takes you to stop feeling as overwhelmed, so that you can really enjoy it. Number 3, enjoy whatever you do and whatever you put on your yes list. Be kind to yourself through it. Understand that you said yes to things and you said no to things. So the things you said yes to, you can be calm and enjoy your journey through those things. Don't let the state of overwhelm impact these negatively. Again, reset every time that you can and take a deep breath, step back. Now that you have your list, be kind to yourself and go into it. Remember that you need to examine your yes list and enjoy the things on the yes list. The yes list is your tool for knowing what you want. That's really what you have decided that you want. So you don't have to make that decision right now. You already made it. So you no longer have to worry about, oh, I have to decide on that. No. You don't have another thing on your plate anymore because you already sat down and decided. And you've already cut that out of the way. So if it's on the list, it's on the list. You did it. You put it there for a reason. So number 4, ask for help from someone, whether it's like a social support in a friend or a loved one or someone you trust that is outside of the situation. No matter what, asking for help is never a bad thing, and it's absolutely vital that you find an outlet to be able to just talk about it. And sometimes when you talk to your friend or your trusted person that you can go to, you're going to realize, oh, okay, maybe I'm not the only one that feels this way about this situation. I'm not crazy for feeling a little overwhelmed in this, and they can talk you through it. They can help you with it. Make sure, you are that person as well to other people. Make sure you can be the person when you aren't feeling overwhelmed, that you can hear someone else who is feeling overwhelmed and hunt the good in their situation and help them get it off their chest and help them be able to vent and talk about what they're going through. When we ask loved ones for help, it's an amazing thing because almost always they're going to help us. But we also need to do that for them in return and offer that. Offer that. Number 5, write it down. Yet again, writing down what led to you feeling overwhelmed and anxious. So now that we're fully refocused, pushing forward in this, and we've done all that we need to reduce the stress and reduce the real initial feeling of the overwhelm, we need to write it down and figure out what led to it so we can do our best to prevent it from happening again. And it'll probably happen again. There's probably no way that you can 100% guarantee you're never going to get overwhelmed again. But the good news is there's definitely methods of prevention to make it happen less, and that you can manage those things in a way that is going to really help you. So write it out and make a decision to really just be conscious of the fact that you don't want to be overwhelmed again because it's not a good feeling, and that you want to take the steps and make the plan to make sure that you aren't feeling overwhelmed. I hope this has helped you. If it has, do me a favor, share it with someone you think can benefit from it. Whether you're listening on the podcast app, share the podcast, hit that share button, or you're listening on YouTube, watching on YouTube, I appreciate it so much. And please share it with someone who you think can benefit from the message and the help today. Just remember, you're not alone in anything you go through. Other humans are going through similar things. And if we just think about it and we keep what's on our mind positive and we show that we want to help people, there's people out there that need our help and we can be that help to them. So thank you again so much for joining me today. My name is Remy Keene. Have a wonderful and blessed day. Thank you so much for watching this episode of the On My Mind podcast. If you enjoyed it, I suggest that you watch this episode now. Thank you so much.